Brentwood is a West Side Los Angeles neighborhood known for having that city lifestyle while also being near the beach. There's many different things you may not know about this beautiful area in Los Angeles, so in this video today we are going over the pros and cons of what you should know if you're going to be living in Brentwood, Los Angeles. What's going on, you guys? My name is Darren Kriz. I'm a local real estate agent and Native Angelino, and if this is your first time on my channel, I help people every single day buy, sell, rent, and invest in property. Through these videos, I give you a little insight on what it is to live in LA, to move to LA, and just everything in between. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more videos and learn more about this beautiful city that I call home. But let's just get right into this video. You're thinking about living and moving in Brentwood, or you just want a little bit more information. There are a lot of things that Brentwood has to offer. We're going to start with the pros immediately. Number one, location. So Brentwood is central to Los Angeles, but it's also very private, as there are a ton of different neighborhoods through windy roads as you go up into the hills of Brentwood with beautiful views. A lot of the backyards and views you'll get from some of the larger homes in Brentwood don't even feel like you're in Los Angeles at all. You'll have some greenery surrounding you with a glimpse of ocean views as well from some of the more expensive houses out there. If you're into privacy, if you're into large homes, the prestige, while still being in Los Angeles, in the city of LA, but closer to the west side, you get that nice beach ocean breeze. It's not going to be too hot in Brentwood as it would be in Encino, a little bit north in the valley. And this is one reason why a lot of celebrities love Brentwood, because it is private. You're not going to get the tourists that you're going to get in Beverly Hills maybe, or even in Santa Monica. You're going to get a lot of people passing by, looky-loos that are in LA for a day. Many people that come to LA from a different state or from overseas are typically not going to visit Brentwood as their one destination when they want to do something or explore the city of Los Angeles. They're going to go to the main areas that you guys all know: Hollywood, West Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, Venice. But Brentwood is just kind of a hidden gem when you're not from here, with all of the same amenities because of how great the location is. So pro number two is the culture of Brentwood. The culture of Brentwood is incredible because, as I said, it has a mix of a lot of different things. You have neighborhoods full of large single-family homes, and then you have main crossing roads such as on Santa Monica Boulevard, Sunset, Barrington, where you're going to find a lot of apartment complexes, apartment buildings. There are a lot of parks, coffee shops, lunch spots, sandwich spots. You will see a lot of younger people and a mix of older people as well that have lived in Brentwood a while or have retired there and called it home because they just can't get out of LA. They love living in Los Angeles. Aside from homes, buildings, mansions, apartment complexes, you also have the Getty Museum in Brentwood that's a little bit north. That is the large museum that you might see when driving on the 405 freeway. It has probably the best views of any structure in Los Angeles in total, guys. It's free to go, so I recommend if you have a day in LA, that is the thing you got to do. It is in Brentwood. You take the tram to go up to where the several museums are. You learn a lot about the history up there in LA. You can see all the way to downtown, insane views of the ocean. It is definitely worth spending a day there. You also have the Skirball Cultural Center, which actually I was born and raised in the Valley, but we had our prom at the Skirball Cultural Center. So that was the one time that I've been up there. I probably should go back and check it out. So I don't have too much experience with spending time at the Skirball Center, but also UCLA is very close to Brentwood. It's in Westwood. Just hop over the freeway, not physically hop over. You got to drive under the 405 freeway, and then you're in Westwood, and UCLA is right there. So you will get a little bit of students that don't want to live on campus, but they want to be pretty close by in Brentwood, as there are some bars near Brentwood, Santa Monica area that you'll find with a college theme, such as you have Busby's, Thunderbird, where a lot of UCLA students will go watch the football games on Saturdays and just hang out, have a good time. But you get a good mix of people, and the culture in Brentwood is just all over the place. It really does have a good mix of that West Side vibe and the city life. It's basically Beverly Hills and Santa Monica all put together in one, as it's very upscale, but it's also pretty low-key. But pro number three, we're going to talk about the schools. There are great schools in Brentwood. You have public schools and private private schools, a big mix of both. Just to name a few, we have Berkeley Hall, Archer School for Girls, Brentwood School K through 12, Curtis School, John Thomas, Milken Community, St. Martin's, Westland, and then some public schools, Brentwood Science School, Community Magnet, Paul Revere, Brentwood High School. They just built a brand new campus for Brentwood High School over on Sunset and Barrington around all the apartment complexes. And there's one of the best dog parks too, right next to Brentwood High School. You're always going to see a bunch of dogs running around at that park. I've taken my dog to that park. It is amazing. There's tons of space there. It never gets too crowded, but it is a very nice space for you or your dogs to run around. And there are great schools in Brentwood because there are tons of families throughout the neighborhoods. Yes, there are a lot of apartment buildings, but there are a lot of family-oriented neighborhoods as you go north of Sunset in the more expensive homes, or south of Sunset, there are still lots of single-family homes where you can walk to school from, walk to coffee shops, to lunch spots from on the more flat parts toward the west side, a little more south of Sunset. All right, now let's just head right into the cons, guys. First off, number one con, now that's going to be the cost of living. Brentwood isn't the cheapest area, and that's because it does have everything that you would want. If you want a little more cheap, then maybe go toward the center of the valley or go south of the 10. But Brentwood really does have a lot to offer you as a city in Los Angeles. You are close to the west side, so the Santa Monica vibe will bring up a lot of expensive coffee shops. Don't be surprised if you're going to be spending $7 for your iced latte in the morning, or $18 for a sandwich or a salad that you might want to get to. And also on top of that cost of living, the median home price in Brentwood is just under $4 million right now, and the median rent price is about $2,500, but you can split that with a roommate. If you want a 2-bedroom, maybe $3,000. And there's no shortage of housing in Brentwood as far as apartments and single-family homes go. And in a place that is a little bit more expensive, the cost of living is a little more expensive, you are going to run into people that maybe offer you bigger and better opportunities for yourself as well. There is also Brentwood Country Club, which is a large golf course. They have a restaurant, the Country Club, that is pretty prestigious, pretty expensive to join, and that is in the heart of Brentwood too. So just another thing to keep in mind if you're living around all these big mansions. A lot of A-list celebrities live out here. You have a country club. You have the lifestyle of the beach. You are living in Los Angeles. So the cost of living will be up a bit, and that is number one on the cons here. But number two, let's go ahead and talk about the homelessness. So yes, there is a little bit of a homeless problem throughout different areas of Los Angeles. The homelessness in Brentwood, the good part about it is there is basically one street on San Vicente where they have tents just lined up right off the 405, where you will find a lot of tents, a lot of homelessness, and at one of the parks over there as well by Veterans Park. But in central Brentwood and in the neighborhoods, you're not going to see any of that. You're not going to see tents like you would in other areas of Los Angeles. So that's one thing, but we're definitely going to put that to a con because anytime there's homelessness in tents, it is definitely sad to see. But it has been going down in the last year in that specific street, from what I've noticed personally. But we're just going to have that as number two on the cons here. So moving on to the third con about living in Brentwood, we're going to talk about the traffic, and it is a little bit crowded. With it being such a prestigious city, of course, there's going to be some traffic when going to different parts of it. You do have some of the bigger roads in LA. You have Sunset Boulevard, you have Santa Monica Boulevard, Montana, and then you have Barrington, San Vicente. A lot of large, well-known streets that are passing by streets if you're going to the west side from maybe the 405. But the good thing about it is it isn't right next to Santa Monica. It's a little bit more north, so everyone going to Santa Monica might take the 10 or Santa Monica Boulevard, so you're not going to get the worst of the worst when it comes to traffic. You will still get a lot of crowded streets because it's just more of a congested area with a lot of apartment buildings, so a lot of people will be living in this small area on the west side. But that's just life in LA. If you don't want to live in a crowded area, I would probably not recommend moving to anywhere in Los Angeles because there is a large population out here, so most cities you move to will be traffic ridden, will be crowded with people on the streets, on the sidewalks. But then on a day-to-day basis, you'll run into different people that you may not have seen, and that could also be a pro. But that was pretty much it, guys. Just a couple pros and cons about living here in Brentwood. 3 pros and 3 cons for you. If you have any questions at all about anything else here in Brentwood or any other cities in Los Angeles, leave a comment down below or shoot me an email. My information is down in the description. I will also be doing driving tours and other videos in the future of what actually is like to live in Brentwood so you can see it a little bit for yourself. But wrapping everything up, you have the pros are the location, the culture, the schools, and the cons are cost of living, homelessness, and there being traffic and it is crowded. So like I said, my name is Darren Kriz. I'm a local real estate agent and native Angelino, helping people every single day buy, sell, and invest in property here in Los Angeles. Hit the subscribe button for more informational videos on a weekly basis of all things Los Angeles. Also, give me a like if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. More videos to come. Let me know what city you want to hear about next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.